Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the Football Plus Formula 1 show. As today we're going to talk about Thursday's Europa League games, yesterday's Premier League game, and also we're going to preview today's Premier League games. And also we're going to talk about Formula 1, Singapore practice, and we're going to preview more of the race. But let's start with the football first, the Premier League first. Bournemouth beat Fulham 3-1, and for most of the game it was not that great to watch, but in the last 20-25 minutes, 25-30 minutes, it was very entertaining. That is for sure. Sessegnon gave Fulham the lead 1-0, but then Bournemouth come back, score 3 goals, 2 goals from Antoine Semenyo and a goal from Kluivert. And by the way, what a goal that was from Semenyo. He really, if you look at the goal he scored, where he chipped over, he made that chip over, he nutmegged Leno. I mean, he really scored in that angle. I mean, absolutely incredible goal from him. And he's in very, very good form. He has the most Premier League goal involvements this season alongside Erling Haaland. And Haaland is always there, by the way. So, but yeah. Incredible player. He's been an absolutely incredible player. I mean, that's why I continue to choose him in my fantasy team, thankfully. But 2 goals, and he looks very, very good. And for sure, he's been Bournemouth's best player. And Bournemouth have done fantastically well. Let's not forget they won 3-1 against Fulham, and they're second in the Premier League. I mean, let's not forget that the amount of players they had to sell, like Hedges to Real Madrid, Kirkus to Liverpool, etc. I mean, they've had to sell so many players, some of their key players, and they're still doing well. So the credit has to go to the recruitment side of Bournemouth, and also to the Areola and the manager Areola, because they're a bit like Brighton, where they sell players but they still cope with it really, really well. So what an incredible job that Areola is doing. And I remember when for example, Bournemouth sacked Gary O'Neill, and we all thought, what are they doing? Gary O'Neill's done a great job keeping them in the Premier League. Considering they started the season very poor, but they brought Areola, and certainly I don't think they're regretting sacking O'Neill now, because the job that Areola has done is absolutely fantastic job. I mean, absolutely incredible. So well done to him. Well done. Bournemouth playing very, very good football. They're not only a team that is doing well because of they're defensively so strong. They're playing very good football. They like to attack. They score goals. Very good team to play. That's to watch, I should say. So, yeah. Now let's talk about today's Premier League games. Leeds United against Tottenham, away at Ellen Road for Tottenham. They've had a couple of games, the last couple of 3-4 games, drawing a couple of games. It's a game that they should bounce back. However, it's away at Leeds, Ellen Road. It's going to be a good atmosphere. Leeds have done okay with their start of the Premier League season. I think Tottenham will win. I'm going for a 1-0 win for Tottenham. Manchester United against Sunderland. Sunderland have had a very, very good start to the season, and they're doing really, really well. Whereas it is the opposite of Manchester United. The pressure is rising on Amorim. There's even rumours that maybe Oliver Glasner will replace him to become the Manchester United manager. It's a game that United should win, but you never know with Man United. There's never should or guarantee, because there's never a guarantee with United what they will do. But yeah, my score prediction, I think it will be a 2-1 win for Manchester United. Arsenal against West Ham. It's a game that Arsenal should win. However, with the new manager coming in, Nuno, and I think they're going to be difficult to beat in this game. They're going to be tough to beat, and it's obviously a new manager bounce kind of thing. I think that makes it more tougher. Because if Potter was still in charge, I would say easy win for Arsenal. But maybe it will be a bit difficult because Nuno's in charge, and they'll be difficult to beat. To beat, maybe play with the low block, and also it's a kind of a new manager bounce thing. So the players of West Ham want to prove a point to Nuno. But in general, I think Arsenal should win. So I'm going for a 2-0 win for Arsenal. Chelsea against Liverpool. As I said, Chelsea against Liverpool, it's the big game. Sorry, someone was calling me, but sorry. But yeah, Chelsea are a team that's been inconsistent this season in terms of results, in terms of performances. They beat Benfica, but obviously that wasn't a good performance. And let's not also forget they have a discipline problem. 3 red cards in the last 4 games. And yes, Maresca might say in the press conference, oh, there's not a discipline problem. Then why you've picked up 3 red cards then? So I think Chelsea should be careful in this game, because to not get down to 10 men. Because if they're down to 10 men at some stage in this game, let's say like with 25 minutes, 30 minutes to go, not like with 3 minutes to go, because it was like this against Benfica, then I think they could be in trouble. Especially they're not, they're being inconsistent, like I said. So this is a game that they're home to Chelsea, to Liverpool, who have lost a couple of games. So if Chelsea can sense a bit of vulnerability there, they can cause Liverpool problems, because Chelsea going forward, they're very good. It's just defensively and the goalkeeper is they're a bit suspect at times. So but it's a game that they're at home against Liverpool. They have a good record at home against Liverpool, but that counts for nothing obviously. So it's a chance for for Chelsea to prove that they can beat the big teams, and they can bounce back in the Premier League, because they've had a couple of defeats recently in the Premier League. So and they have to avoid being down to 10 men. That's very important. For Liverpool, they've had a very good start to the season. They've lost their last 2 games, losing to Galatasaray and Crystal Palace. And yes, the performances and the results have not been good in the last 2 games, and the performances mostly this season have not been good. But at the same time, they're still top of the Premier League. And when they lost to Galatasaray, I just said that they need to prove Arne Slot needs to prove that he can win, with the transfers and can cope with the squad, having signing many players with high fees like Verts, etc. So but still, like, Liverpool are not that bad. They're still top of the Premier League. They lost a game in the group stage, which can happen, or league phase. So it's not the end of the world for Liverpool. But if they keep performing like this and keep getting those results, then they could have some problems. But for now, they're still top of the league. So I don't know what. And yes, let's say City last season, they were top of the Premier League for the first 3 months without playing convincingly. Not winning convincingly, and then we also what happened after that. Real Madrid, similar thing as well, when they were unbeaten at the start of the season, but then they collapsed. So maybe same thing can happen to Liverpool, but for now, not everything is that bad. They're still top of the league. Maybe not for that long, but let's see. But my score prediction, both defensively they are not that great. Chelsea and Liverpool defensively have not been that great. Going forward, both can score goals. So I think it could be like a basketball match, in my opinion. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I think both teams will concede, and both teams will be vulnerable defensively, and both teams will be very good attacking wise. So it could be like a basketball match, to be honest with you. So it's going to be a very, very, very interesting game, considering both teams, the performances in recently and results the last 2-3 games have not been that great. So it's going to be a very, very, very important game for both sides. Let's move on to the Europa League and the Conference League as well. Europa League, Nottingham Forest lose again against Michelin 3-2. More pressure rises on Ange Postecoglou, who, since he came to Nottingham Forest a couple of weeks ago, he's been winless, managing Nottingham Forest over 6 games. He's drawn, I think, twice against Real Betis and Burnley, a loss against Sunderland, Swansea. It's not been a good period of results, of course, for Nottingham Forest and Ange. However, it's not like they're playing badly. You can see some games against Sunderland, against Michelin, they're dominating games, they don't have possession and chances. But Ange Postecoglou could say that the results results will come, because those performances, they're doing well, they're creating chances, they have in possession, but you have to get the results at the same time, especially with an patient owner that Nottingham Forest have. So yeah, but it's not looking good for Ange and for Nottingham Forest. And there's even rumours that his job is under threat if they lose the next game, which is I think it's against Newcastle or Everton. Like to sack a guy after 7 games. I mean, what? I mean, I think a manager at a club should have minimum three months. The minimum requirement is to have three months. And if you can do well, okay. If you can't do well, then sack him. But 7 games, is that really enough? So, Maranaka, because let's be honest, Maranaka, if he's getting what he deserved. He sacked Nuno, where he's done a phenomenal job at Nottingham Forest, and you sack him because you don't like. I mean, at some point, the owner should manage the team then. Like honestly, I don't understand Maranaka's honestly. Yes, he's a very passionate owner. He wants the club to do well and win, but don't be that too egomaniac, But it's not looking good at all for Nottingham Forest and Ange Postecoglou. Also, the other game, Aston Villa beat Feyenoord 2-0. That's a very good win for Aston Villa. And the other game, Fenerbahce beat Nice 2-1. Roma losing 1-0 to Lille because Roma had 3 penalties to score because the first 2 was retaken due to goalkeeper's enroachment, and they missed all of them. All of them the goalkeeper saved. So well done to the Lille goalkeeper. Porto winning against Red Star Belgrade. So, yeah, it's been an interesting couple of results in the Europa League. And in terms of the Conference League, Crystal Palace, the FA Cup champions, have started really well by beating Dynamo Kiev 2-0. Very good start for Oliver Glasner's side. Fiorentina winning against Sigma 2-1. Aberdeen losing at home to Shakhtar Donetsk. And also Mainz winning 1-0 against Ammonia, and that's it. What do you think, guys? Do you think Oliver Glasner should leave Crystal Palace and join Manchester United? If I was in his position, I would say no. Why do you leave Crystal Palace? I mean, he's won the FA Cup, he's won the Community Shield, he's got them playing European football, and also they're in an amazing unbeaten streak. So why? And also he can have the control of the club over the club. Like Crystal Palace were about to sell Mark Gui, and he said no. So he can have control of the club. Will he have that at Manchester United? So why would he leave at Crystal Palace and join Manchester United? For me, it's a bit like a downgrade in my opinion. Yeah, Man United is a big club and history, etc. But in terms of where the clubs are right now, and realistically right now, Crystal Palace is a better choice than Manchester United. That's a fact. It's a fact. I mean, he's doing a great job. So why destroy? Why would you risk destroying your reputation and go to Manchester United? How many coaches have had great reputations and went to Manchester United and the reputations got destroyed? Ten Hag, Mourinho, Van Gaal. Now Amram, his reputation is getting destroyed. So why would you do that? So I think it would be a big mistake if Glasner leaves Crystal Palace and goes to Manchester United, in my opinion. Let's say he leaves Crystal Palace and joins, let's say, Chelsea, for example. If let's say Chelsea are not happy with Maresca and they sack him, and he goes to Chelsea, okay, maybe. Or let's say, a big club that has a chance of winning, or playing Champions League football and can actually win trophies, big trophies. Then yeah, maybe. But why join Manchester United? Why? Makes no sense in my opinion. So yeah. Now let's move on to Formula 1.